filmed this vlog in the first few days of the year. It's 3 months in, and I feel like I see the world in an entirely different way. But realistically, I'm probably not that far from where I was. I was motivated the way you are at the start of January. I wanted to be my best self, and I felt very, very confident that this was going to be the year of consistency for me, of applying the things I have been missing and craving, and building real habits of creative work where I just make stuff all the time, and I enjoy the process, and I listen to myself, and I take care of myself with habits that are consistent and supportive and fun. Now, 3 months later, I can't say that I've been very consistent, except in being in hermit mode. I started the year staying at a friend's house and not really seeing anyone because they lived in the country. I took some beautiful walks. I enjoyed it. I tried to leave their house cleaner than I found it. But by the time I left their house, I was completely exhausted and weirdly stressed out because I felt all alone with taking care of a stranger's home, basically. So I came back out to my own place in the countryside, and I basically stayed here, continuing a lot of the same things of cleaning every day and some regularity and consistency in terms of stuff like doing the dishes and food prep and going for walks sometimes and collecting herbs. And that's really where I've seen consistency, my motto, applied. I've developed a pretty good practice of going out and enjoying my time in nature and talking to the plants and listening and smelling and then bringing back whatever I've collected and then actually processing it and understanding a bit about how to use it. If I'm looking at this past few months of continued solitude, I think that's what's really come of it. I was looking in all these different directions all of last year. Like every other month practically, I had a new version of the business and the topics that I wanted to really dig into. And I wanted to start broadcasting my voice years ago. But it's that directionlessness when you're interested in everything that makes it really hard to commit to one path and just pursue it relentlessly. But I think by letting myself be quiet and alone for as long as I felt like it and do whatever I felt like most of the time, I've given the wonderful gift of space in which I can hear the things calling to me. And the blackberries I'm showing you here, they were definitely calling me. This sense of wildness I found in the hills near our friend's house has been the one thing that I can keep looking towards that keeps making sense, that is never too serious or too stuffy or too silly even, because it's that essence of reality that I think I've been craving. It's a strange thing to share about because you feel it more than you can ever really describe it. But my medium is poetry. It's made for things that can't really be described. And there's so much that I can show you, so much that I know can be conveyed when you look at these life forms that exist alongside us everywhere we are, no matter how much we tamp them down. And you see the way that they influence us, that place where we interact, where you finally touch the division between self and other, and the human world and the rest of the world, and you see that it's barely a barrier, that the more you examine it, the more it dissolves. That's where I want to be met, and that's where I know that my words will be heard. And as proof that I am just a silly mess of a human and nothing more, I started filming this fried dough process and didn't get as far as recording the frying of the dough or the finished product. Who needs that, you know? I was way too busy smelling it and making sure it didn't burn, and then eating and enjoying it.